Hello, vinyl community. Dave the Pickup Artist with you for another round of Psychedelic Sunday. This week I scored a couple of albums that I've wanted in my collection for a while. So let's get started. First up, I've got Shadows of Night. I won this on a eBay bid.
Stepping on them.
She comes around here.
What's black?
Just about midnight. She make me feel so good. I want to tell you, she make me feel alright.
And this is an original stereo press. Cover is in pretty good shape. And but the real cool thing is I don't think this record's ever been played. Another cool thing about it is this guy named Mickelson took the time to stamp the back of the cover with his, I've seen these before, people do this, they stamp them with their stamp, basically, their brand, if you will. And not only did they do the back of the album cover, they did the insert, which leads me to believe that this is an original insert. But the cool thing is, check out the vinyl on Dunwich, beautiful Dunwich label. And I put this on, and you will hear it. It's just flawless. And this album is 60 years old.
I don't know how this happened. You know it's just my fate. Now my body's bad. But by this whole situation, these guys are screaming, holla! Keeping my mind on vacation.
Almost 60 years old. Yeah, this is their first album. They did Shadows of Night. They did a cover of Gloria, which made it to, I think it was number 7 on the Billboard. What happened was, when Van Morrison and them had their single with Gloria, the first version of it, a lot of American radio stations wouldn't play it because they deemed the lyrics, ridiculously deemed the lyrics to be offensive. Parts of it talk about somebody going up to somebody's room, and it was just a kind of it was nonsense. But the Shadows of Night, they wanted to record Gloria. So they wanted it to get played on every station. So what they did is they altered the lyrics a little bit to make them more family friendly, in other words. So yeah, now I think what happened was, after the success, they had a success with the single, and after the success with Shadows of Night's version, them's version, original version, got re-released, and it made it up to, like, I think 17 on the US Billboard finally. And so Van Morrison and company did get a little bit of a comeuppance. But yeah, the album is great. We've got a lot of covers, and they followed Gloria up with another single called Oh Yeah.
Oh yeah, everything gonna be alright this morning. Got a little woman, she in the town. She said she loved me, but best of all, she's my woman, my all. She's my lover, yeah, she's my all. We run around, have a lot of
very up-tempo garage rocker. And we've got Hoochie Coochie Man and a lot of blues covers on here. What happened was the band eventually kind of broke up, and one of the guys ended up in H.P. Lovecraft, which is ironic because H.P. Lovecraft was also originally signed to Dunwich. But before all that happened, they had this album. Then they put out their second album, Backdoor Men. Another great album from the Shadows of Night. You don't want to get these mixed up with the other band, another band called The Shadows. Yeah, this is available on Sundays. I imagine original copies of this are very hard to find, but you can find this, the reissue of this, on Sundays. And we've got killer tracks on here, like Battle of Woman. They do a version of Hey Joe, Spoonful.
Come on, man.
Yeah, another great album, and it's on blue vinyl, which I think goes with the blue lining, the blue text on there. But yeah, Sundays has these. I don't know if they're sold out of these or not. And they did a third album. I believe it was released in 1969. By that time, the band had splintered, but I think it was the lead singer had gained rights to the band's name. And he assembled some other players, and they put out an album. I'm not really sure what the title is. It's got the four of them in outer space, that album. And yeah, I think they're all gone now. I think the lead singer, who ran with the torch for several decades, passed away a couple of years ago, not too long ago. It was like 2022. They were young when they recorded that album, but yeah, it's great to have those two first. Next, I have an album that was actually in the Acid Archives, The Great Society with Grace Slick, recorded live at the Matrix, San Francisco. This is Grace, of course, right before she joined Jefferson Airplane. This is a band with her husband and brother-in-law, and it's kind of a garage type affair, but they were going in a raga direction. Very cool tracks, and this is the first time we would hear Somebody to Love and White Rabbit in their early form, and they sound a lot different than what would be on the Airplane albums. This is very cool, recorded live at the Matrix, which makes it even cooler. I love hearing the people in the background. The thing about live albums, sometimes the arena live albums, of course, are drowned out by the audience, but the audience really makes these Matrix albums, I think. And there's not too many of them. This and the Doors album box that I picked up last year. But yeah, side two, we get a track called Father Bruce, which is about Lenny Bruce.
He's an only preacher, and he lives
they lived near Lenny Bruce or were at a hotel where Lenny was staying, and they witnessed him fall out of a window. And this is 65. You know, a year later, Lenny Bruce would be dead, but I wonder if it was the same building that he died in. I don't know. There's a story. I don't know the full story about him falling out that window, but it's interesting. And it closes with the Great Society's version of White Rabbit.
One pill makes you larger, and one pill makes you small. And the ones that mother gives you don't do anything at all. Go ask Alice when she's 10 feet tall. And if you go chasing rabbits, and you know you're going to fall, tell 'em
I've got a great photo of Gray standing in line to get into the Jefferson Airplanes set at the Fillmore. This is months before she would join the band. But yeah, this is a good listen. If you like Jefferson Airplane, of course you're going to like it. If you like Big Brother and the Holding Company, you'll like this. And yeah, pick it up if you can find it. This month in 1942, Curtis Mayfield was born. Curtis, he joined a vocal trio in the 50s. I think they were called The Impressions, and he wrote a great song called People Get Ready. In the 70s, he rose to fame. One of the things he did was put on this great soundtrack for Superfly, a blaxploitation movie.
The underground, where none can be betrayed. The underground.
This is awesome. This is a 50th anniversary reissue of the original. The original was only one disc. We've got a lot going on here. The first disc is the original album. The second disc, side C, we've got remixes of Freddie's Dead and a few instrumental versions of some of the tracks, and a few, at least one track that has horns added to the original that wasn't originally added. And side D, we've got rarities, including radio spots, which are really cool.
Hi, I'm Curtis, and I'm so glad that I've got my own, so glad that I can see. I've got a natural hide. The man can't put no thing on me, and he can't put no thing on you either. Keep your nose clean. Don't be no junkie. Remember, Freddie's dead.
And yeah, this is what we've got is they've included a Superfly cover. That's always nice. And yeah, the inside is, I I don't know if it had it. Yeah, I don't know if the original had an inner cover or not. We've got a poster also.
Fatty liver.
Mayfield died about 5 years ago, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Nice Superfly poster. And he was a guy that could really rock a wah-wah pedal. That's for sure. It's on that label. Yeah, he was second only to Jimi Hendrix when it came to rocking the wah-wah pedal. Especially on this setup, this album.
The fatty liver.
And that's all I got this week. I hope you have a great week, and I can't wait to see you again next week.
Over 4.5 million Americans.
This guy sucks.
Look, American vanity's cheaps. American vanity's cheaps. Call him a fantastic leader. Seriously. He's been sucking up to win him. Anyway. To want to build dictators and authoritarian thugs all around the world. I'd be a winner, not really. I'd be a winner, not really. I'd be a winner, not really. I'd be a winner, not really.